the timing was perfect. I'm up there by myself. I'm living real close to the land. I mean, I'm sleeping under caribou hides that winter, and I'm eating just caribou. Like, I had a little tiny bit of store-bought food with me, hardly anything. And I hadn't seen a human being in 4.5 months.
Wow.
And the executive producer of the show flies from L.A. all the way up there to meet me and lands. And
How'd they know you were there?
The summer before, I was in Fairbanks. And for a few years, I was trying to figure out, how can I share this stuff I'm experiencing? Because it's incredible. I'm realizing that this is not ordinary life anymore. And there are a lot of people that don't even realize what's going on out here in the middle of the wilderness. So I'm talking to people. I'm trying to find some kind of a filmmaker or somebody, and I don't know anything about it, but I'm trying to find somebody to help me do something like a documentary or something like this. So my friends know this. Somebody handed me an email address. They said, you should write to this person. They're looking for people like you. They told me it was a filmmaker. I didn't know what it was. I sent off an email. I said, hi, I live in the wilderness. I'd like to talk to you about if you're interested in making a documentary. And a few days later, I started walking from the road again to get back to my camp. So I left them a satellite phone number. I said, this is my only means of communication. It's a satellite phone. I don't keep it turned on because it runs on a battery. You can send a message to it. I check it once in a while. It's basically for emergencies only, but you can communicate with me this way. And I put that in the email, how to do it. Well, that whole winter went by. 8 months went by. I hadn't heard from them. I'd forgotten about that person. I'd sent emails to a lot of people. And then one day I turn on my phone, and there's this message there. They want to talk to me. So I called them up, and we start talking. And they tell me it's a reality TV show. And I had literally never seen a reality TV show in my life. I hadn't watched TV for many, many years. And
so you had no idea what that even meant?
Not really. I talked to them about that. But they mostly didn't. They mostly wanted to talk about me, not about them. And I kept trying to get information. Like, what is this? Exactly.
Right.
And because I remember I kept saying, what I really want to do, I want to talk about nature out here. And they're like, well, we don't want to make a show about nature. We want to make a show about you. But in any case, I learned what reality TV was over the next few months, because after we talked for 2 weeks, the executive producer flew all the way up from L.A. He flew from Fairbanks on a little ski plane out there to meet me, and he landed and met me to make sure that I wasn't the biggest bullshitter they'd ever talked to. They had no idea. I mean, they're just talking to me on a satellite phone, and I was telling them, okay,